The Bermuda Triangle is a part between the islands of Bermuda, Puerto Rico, and the city of Miami, and has been an unsolved enigma and mystery for people for over 70 years. Many attributed the accidents in that part of the ocean to pirates, aliens, and strange forces. The Bermuda Triangle, also known as the Devil's Triangle, is an area in the Atlantic Ocean in which several aircraft and vessels have disappeared. Some people believe that the cause of these disappearances could not be a simple human error or case, but the works of higher powers, aliens, and the like, which made the Bermuda Triangle a frequent topic of science and other fiction. In this video, we will introduce you to a few facts and theories about the Bermuda Triangle. And before we go, leave a like and subscribe to the channel to support us in our future work. Location and area. The Bermuda Triangle covers a large area of the Atlantic Ocean. The main points are the small island of Bermuda, Puerto Rico, and the city of Miami. This part of the ocean is an area where there is heavy traffic. Commercial air and ship lines pass right through this part of the ocean, and many smaller ships and planes also often travel that route. Triangle of Miami. The belief that planes and ships mysteriously disappeared in the Bermuda Triangle area began in 1950. The area was originally called the Miami Triangle. The city of Miami was worried that it would lose tourists because of such an image, so it was rejected for the same reason. Later, the name Puerto Rico Triangle was reached, and in the end, the name Bermuda Triangle was accepted. The Devil's Triangle. It is often called the Devil, because of the belief that evil forces act there. At the time when the mysterious phenomenon got its name, Bermuda was also called the Devil's Islands. Larry Cush. Pilot, writer, and librarian Larry Cush conducted extensive research on the phenomenon of the Bermuda Triangle during the 1970s, and came to the conclusion that many claims regarding the disappearance of ships and planes were in fact overemphasized. He claims that no more ship and plane accidents have occurred in this notorious area than in other areas of the ocean. As a reason for exaggerating the facts, Cush explains the need to create a sensational story that blinded the authors so much that they may have inadvertently cited facts they might have realized were not entirely accurate, if only they had done a little more research. Disappearance of planes and ships. Although the Bermuda Triangle theory was born 70 years ago, data on missing ships and planes in the area have existed hundreds of years ago. According to the data, in the last 500 years, more than 1,000 ships and planes have allegedly disappeared in that part of the ocean. Human errors. Critics have their own theory about the Bermuda Triangle and attribute accidents to human mistakes. According to them, the area of the triangle covers a huge area of blue sea and blue sky, with very small islands that look like each other, among which one can easily get lost. Perhaps this could explain the small number of accidents, but it is hard to believe that it is possible that many experienced pilots and captains got lost so easily. Strange weather opportunities. The Bermuda Triangle is characterized by bad weather. Every year, that area is hit by a hurricane, and the strong Gulf Stream of the Atlantic Ocean passes through that area and is very difficult to overcome. Pirates. A number of shipwrecks in the Bermuda Triangle could be attributed to the pirates who ruled this part hundreds of years ago. Methane. Those more inclined to science most often believe in the theory of methane gas pockets located below the sea surface in the Bermuda Triangle. In the seismic area, during the shaking of the soil, gas is released from the pockets and reaches the surface. If a ship is found at a place at that moment, the power of the methane bubble shakes it, capsizes it, and the ship sinks. Methane also reaches the air in the same way it affects the operation of a plane's engine, which can even ignite with the help of a spark. Sargasso Sea. The Sargasso Sea is a little explored area in the North Atlantic Ocean, surrounded by strong sea currents. It partly covers a piece of the Bermuda Triangle. According to some theories, it happens that ships in the middle of that sea get stuck, run aground, and remain motionless. Crazy compasses. According to legends, this is one of the two areas in the world where compasses go crazy. But that is simply not true. Compasses will have small deviations in the area, but experienced and well-trained sailors will know how to solve this problem. Electric fog. The charged fog, or time vortex, is a theory based on an alleged incident that occurred in 1970. Pilot Bruce Gernon and his father were flying a plane over the Bermuda Triangle when they crashed into a cloud that turned into a tunnel. When they came out of the tunnel, they fell into an electrified fog. Their compass went completely crazy, sparks flew from the dashboard. The strangest part of the story is where one of the two pilots claimed to have traveled through time at the time. Atlantis. One of the theories is that the lost city of Atlantis is located in the area. This theory dates back to 1970, when a diver claims to have seen pyramidal shapes in the area not far from the Bahamas, at the bottom of the ocean. Other scientists and divers, however, refute this theory and claim that their colleagues saw Bimini Put, a natural structure made of underwater rocks that look like sculptures. Aliens. The most unusual and unrealistic theory about the disappearance of planes and ships in the Bermuda Triangle is the one about UFOs and aliens. They are accompanied by stories about unusual lights that appear in the area, and some claim there is a UFO base under the surface of the ocean. Cyclops and Flight 19. One of the most famous and largest ships missing in the Bermuda Triangle is the American warship Cyclops, which disappeared in 1918, shortly after leaving the port of Barbados with 309 crew members. In 1945, the US military had another loss here, the famous Flight 19, a training flight of a 5-plane formation with a total of 14 crew members missing in the Bermuda Triangle. Thanks for taking the time for the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to support our work. Write to us below in the comments your opinions related to the topic, and we will see you in the next video with some new interesting stories.